Good morning. It is 8:01 a.m. on Wednesday, 24th. No, excuse me, Thursday, March 24th, 2022. I'm Christiana Ellis, and I just got up. This is 5 more minutes. Boy, all this week I've just, I think my I don't know if it's the allergies or what, which are not like severe or anything, but just something is causing my body to just really need its sleep this week. I take that back. It's probably not all that unusual. I've just kind of let my bedtime discipline slip a little bit. So I'm staying up too late, and then I'm tired in the morning. What a mystery of medicine. But that's how it goes sometimes. I had a really fun big boss fight session in the D&D game that I play in on Wednesdays last night. It was once again, and it was sort of an illustration to me that I think that role-playing game content where you have a combat that is more serious, harder, really dangerous to the characters is interesting and exciting, and you have to be careful because you presumably don't want actually to create a TPK, total party kill, if you're not in the know. TPK referring to something that kills all the player characters. Certainly don't want that to happen, but just the having a combat feel like it's really touch and go. It's on a knife's edge, and in particular, this was after a moment where there had been just a little bit of a lull in the action, and this big boss, who's basically an undead mummy guy, basically offered, like, if we let him live in quotes, he's an undead mummy, but if we let him leave, so like this, we were trying to get him off of this island, so to purify this island that he had desecrated, and if we let him leave, he would leave and we'd never see him again. But we're also knowing that, like, this is a bad guy, the bad thing that he did here, he's just going to go do somewhere else and be someone else's problem. But it's also true that it's like, when we're in the fight after we turn him down, and things are not going super great, there's a little bit of like, should we have taken him up on his offer? Because, if we lose this fight, obviously we have not helped the situation. But, it was a good time though. And I definitely enjoyed it. And one of the things that we were discussing a little bit afterwards was this idea of how you as a DM act as the sort of pressure regulator under a more dangerous combat. Because if you have a combat where it's basically just going to be a straight up thing where the players are going to win, but how are they going to win? And just letting them make those decisions and play it out, versus something where it really could be much more serious, and deciding like, well, how serious to make it? Like, how do you keep it from turning into a TPK? And there are techniques for that, and it was just interesting and kind of put me in mind to think about that. So, fair warning to my Tuesday players that I may be throwing some harder combats at you, but if I do, it will specifically be because I am increasingly learning as I continue to grow and learn and experience more, that it's actually fun when that happens. So, there you go. In the meantime, I'm looking ahead. Mike and I are going to be recording again for Watching 100 Movies tonight to talk about Oscars in advance of Sunday night's award ceremony. And tomorrow I'm going to a live theater thing with a neighbor who I've made friends with, and that'll be exciting. To see that. It's not anything I was at all familiar with, but I will tell you more about it once I've seen it and kind of understand better what's going on with it, and that'll be great. So I'm gonna leave it there for right now, and I will talk to you all tomorrow for 5 more minutes.